We live in a world that constantly tries to shrink us. It tells us to be realistic, to play it safe, to dim our light, to water down our dreams, to settle for just enough. From the moment we can speak, we're told to fit in, not stand out, to follow the rules, get a job, stay quiet, and not ask for too much. But let me ask you something. What if the life you're living right now isn't even close to your full potential? What if the version of you that wakes up every day, goes to work, pays bills, and tries to keep it all together is just the starting point, not the final destination? What if there's a fire inside you, still burning, waiting to be unleashed? What if your dreams weren't random thoughts, but divine blueprints, signs of what you were meant to build, become, and leave behind? Because here's the truth. You were built for more. You weren't born for mediocrity. You weren't created to blend in or survive on autopilot. You were built to create, to lead, to impact. You were built to grow. And growth only happens outside your comfort zone. The world will try to shrink you. We live in a society that celebrates safety and punishes risk. They'll cheer for your dreams until they become too big, too loud, too different. The minute you choose greatness, people will start to question you, not because you're wrong, but because you're reminding them that they settled. Your growth will make others uncomfortable. But that's not your problem. That's your purpose. Because every person who refused to shrink, who chose to stand tall in a small-minded world, made a dent in the universe. And now it's your turn, the spark of transformation. Every great transformation begins with a realization, a spark. And that spark is this: I was not meant to live a small life. That's it. You don't need all the answers right now. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need the courage to admit that you were built for more. You may not know what more looks like yet, but deep down you can feel it. A whisper, a fire, a silent frustration with staying stuck, playing small, holding back. That's your soul knocking, answer it. Designed to stand out. You weren't born to be invisible. You weren't designed to disappear into the crowd, buried under other people's expectations. You were created to stand out, to rise, to walk with power, purpose, and presence. But here's the catch. That version of you, the one who dominates, leads, and inspires, that version doesn't show up by accident. It doesn't arrive when you're scrolling on your phone. It doesn't appear when you're drowning in distractions. It reveals itself when you take responsibility for who you want to become. Responsibility is the key. Responsibility isn't about blame. It's not about shame. It's about ownership. Own your time. Own your choices. Own your results. Because as long as you blame your boss, your childhood, your city, your past, you stay stuck. But the moment you say, "This is my life and I'm in charge now," you step into power. You can't build a masterpiece with someone else holding the brush. It's time to take the brush back. The cost of playing small. Let's get honest. Playing small doesn't serve you. It doesn't protect you. It drains you. Every time you silence your voice, you rob the world of your truth. Every time you bury your dreams, you bury someone else's inspiration. And every time you shrink, you teach others to do the same. You weren't meant to live in fear. You were meant to rise in faith. So no more hiding, no more waiting, no more hoping someone else gives you permission. You are the permission. You are the breakthrough. You are the beginning of the legacy. You were built for impact. You weren't built just to wake up, work, eat, scroll, and sleep. You were built to leave something behind, a message, a mark, a movement. And the world doesn't need more perfection. It needs more people willing to show up raw, real, and ready to lead. You have something inside you that the world is waiting on, but it only comes out when you decide. The decision. So decide. Decide to go all in. Decide to stop making excuses. Decide that your past doesn't define your next chapter. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be willing. Willing to grow, willing to try, willing to become the kind of person your younger self needed, and your future self will thank. Final word, rise. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Because the life you want, the freedom you crave, the legacy you dream of, it's waiting on the other side of your decision to rise. You were built for more, and now it's time to live like it.